All right, the first lift we're going to do for our upper body is going to be bent over rows using our light dumbbells. So go ahead and get your feet at shoulder width apart. You're going to bend slightly at your knees and bend over, keeping your spine neutral, keeping that nice flat back. And you're going to keep your head up, pulling your elbows straight up by your side, squeezing through the back of your shoulder and the middle of your back, and let it down. Just 2, down. Up 3, really squeeze it at the top and down. Now we are going to do 2 sets of 30 repetitions. Now for these, to make it easier, you can either drop the weights or do less repetitions. And to make this one harder, you're going to pause it at the top of each rep, squeezing it as hard as you can through the back of your shoulders and the middle of your back for a 5-second count for each rep. Now again, that's going to be 2 sets of 30 repetitions. All right, the next lift we're going to do for our upper body are called tricep kickbacks using our light dumbbells once again. Now again, you're going to get yourself feet at shoulder width apart. You're going to slightly bend your knees, get yourself in the same form as you were when you were doing the bent over rows. But this time, instead of rowing up, you're going to start in that up position and you're going to kick straight back, squeezing tight through your triceps and back down. Squeezing through your triceps, down. Squeeze through those triceps and down. Now for these, we're going to do 3 sets of 15 repetitions. Make sure you squeeze your triceps tightly up at the top for every single repetition. Now to make these easier, you can definitely drop the weights completely. With no weight, you'll still feel this lift. And if you want to make it harder, what you can do is increase the amount of repetitions that you do or increase the amount of weight. Again, that's going to be 3 sets of 15 repetitions. All right, for the next lift for our upper body, you're going to need your resistance bands. So go ahead and get your resistance bands, lie them on the ground, and you're going to step onto the resistance band with your feet at shoulder width. Now you're going to bring your hands to the front, and we're going to do an upright row with an arm extension. So your upright row driving up with your elbows, then you're going to extend your arms straight out, then bring it back to the upright and down. There's 1, elbows up high, extend it, high, and there's 2, elbows up high, extend it straight out, up, and 3. Now, with those, we are going to do 3 sets of 10 repetitions. Now for these, if you want to make them easier, you can decrease the amount of weight that you're doing, or you can try going from your resistance bands and use your light dumbbells, or you can decrease the amount of repetitions that you do. Now to make these ones harder, when you get up to the top, you're going to pause it for a 3-second count, bring it out, hold for a 3-second count, and then up and down. So when you come up to the peak, you want to hold out for that 3-second, extend those arms, hold it for a 3-second for every single rep to increase the intensity. Now again, that's going to be 3 sets of 10 repetitions. All right, the last lift we're going to do for our upper body are called explosion push-ups. Now with these push-ups, you're going to go ahead and keep the regular grip for your push-up, just slightly outside of shoulder width. You're going to go down slowly. Once you get to the bottom, you're going to pause it for a split second and explode up. And try to actually leave the ground with your hands. But make sure that when you come down that you don't catch yourself with your arms straight. You want to catch yourself with your arms slightly bent. Now watch how one of these reps looks like. You get yourself up in the push-up position, hands slightly outside your shoulders, come down slow. Once you get to the bottom, explode up. And make sure to catch yourself with your arms bent right back down in the push-up position. Hold it, explode up and back down into position. Explode up and back down into position. You are going to keep on going until you get to 10 repetitions. We're going to do 3 sets of 10 explosion push-ups. Now to make these ones easier, just don't explode up off the ground and just do regular push-ups up to 10 for 3 sets. And if that's even too hard for you, you can go down to your knees and do a regular knee push-up where your knees are on the ground, coming down and pushing it straight up. To make these ones harder, just increase the amount of repetitions that you do and go to 15 to 20 instead of 10. Now again, that's going to be 3 sets of 10 repetitions. Alright, the first lift we're going to do for our lower body is going to be one-legged squats up on the stability ball. Now, when you get on the stability ball, make sure that you have the stability ball at your lower back and that you're slightly leaning against it. Now, with these, you don't want to start with your feet wide because when you go to lift your leg, you're going to fall over. So you're going to start with your feet literally touching. Have your feet touching so that you're centered and balanced on the ball. Then all you need to do is lift one leg. We'll go ahead and start with our right leg. So I'm going to lift my left leg so that I can squat down with my right leg. Now, make sure I keep engaged with the ball. I'm just going to squat down to where my leg is parallel with the ground, and then I'm going to push it back up. There's one. Make sure when you push it all the way up, don't extend your leg all the way out because you will start to lose your balance. So you're going to always keep your legs slightly bent. Back down into a squat, and there's 2. Down, and 3. Now you can do anything with your hands up on your head, at your side, across your chest, or you can just have them hanging down. Now, with these ones, you're going to do 15 repetitions on each leg to be 1 set. And we are going to go to 2 sets of 15 each leg. Now, with these, to make them easier, go ahead and just do regular wall squats with 2 legs for all of the repetitions. So it'll be 15 repetitions 2 times. And if you want to make these harder, when you go down in that 1-leg squat, when you go down here, really hold it out for a 3 to 5 second count. Squeeze it, really feel that leg start to shake, and then explode up and go through all of your reps holding it at the bottom for 3 to 5 second count. Now again, that's going to be 2 sets of 15 one-legged squats each leg. Alright, the next lift for our lower body, we are going to do isolated lunges, but we're also going to mix in some upper body work as well for our shoulders. So get your light dumbbells in hand. You're going to start off stepping out with your right foot. So I step out with my right foot. Now I'm in lunge position. Now we are going to mix in lateral raises and front raises. Now make sure when you lift your hands that you don't go above your shoulders. Just come up to shoulder height. And when you come to the front, same thing, just to shoulder height and back down. Now, 1 rep looks exactly like this. You're going to do a lateral raise and a front raise to be considered 1 repetition. So when I lunge, I come up, lateral raise, up. Then front raise. That's 1 rep. Lateral raise, front raise. That's 2. Lateral raise and front raise. There's 3. Now I'm going to continue going until I get to 10 repetitions. Then I'll switch legs and do the exact same thing on the other leg. Now, with these, to make them easier, do less repetitions. And instead of counting them as a lateral raise and a front raise for 1, every time you lunge, count that as 1 repetition. And to make these harder, every time you go down, pause it for a 3-second count, and then up and down, and pause it for 1, 2, 3, and up for every single repetition. Again, that's going to be 2 sets of 10 repetitions each leg.